Thank you so much, dear viewers. This is Botopla TV, the #1 platform where refugee matters are raised and discussed. We come on live at this moment at Botopla Studio. It's a very, very wonderful, and it was a very, very busy day because it was a World Refugee Day commemoration. We had a very, very busy day. Jonas, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing quite good. I'm really thankful for this great evening we have here today.
Yeah, for our viewers who are ready to waiting us to be live on air, there were a lot of unavoidable circumstances, demonstration in the area, heavy rain. We were at the commemoration day. It was very
Kulikuwa kubaya.
Kulikuwa, kama Kenya tunasema. But finally we are in the studio coming live to you. And today we are hosting the very, very beautiful ladies, and they will introduce themselves. I will be co-hosting this show with my colleague Jonas Inda. My name is Eric Museveni Rugambwa. Jonas.
Yes, thank you very much. First and foremost, my name is Jonas Inda, and I'm leading the refugee-led organization called Umoja Refugee, creative and based in Kabiria, Nairobi, the Great South. And I'm very honored to be part of this show. And I will pass it to my colleagues to introduce themselves. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Jonas, and also thank you so much, Museveni. And I want to take this opportunity to just say happy World Refugee Days to all the refugees. It has been
Indeed.
a very successful day.
Yeah.
We held the celebration in Italy, and it was a very successful day. My name is Jonas Inda. I represent an organization called Refuge Point. We're based at Chaka Road. Refuge Point has supported RLOs, that is community-based organization that are majorly led by refugees here in Kenya. We have engaged RLOs as partners for a long time, beginning 2021. So it's been a collaborative relationship that we have had with the RLOs, and we have seen the good work that the RLOs do in the community, especially because they have little funding, they have resources, but we have seen that they have really been more that they have gone beyond being just first respondent, but they have been partners, long-term partners as far as refugee crisis response is concerned. So in Refuge Point, we support RLOs in 3 ways. One is financial support. We ensure that these organizations have adequate funding. The fundings are flexible and multi-year funding. So as an organization, we just want, we support this organization to ensure that they have resources to help them in their service delivery, and also in implementing services and programs that support their communities. Another areas in which we support the RLOs is capacity building. We realize that capacity building is a key component as far as service delivery is concerned and programming is concerned, especially as we gear towards self-reliance. So capacity building comes handy, and we do this in 2 ways. We support leaders just to build their capacity, and we also ensure that we go beyond supporting individual leaders. We ensure that we capacity build organization to help them in self-reliance programming. The third aspect of our work is coordination and collaboration. But why is collaboration and coordination important? Collaboration and coordination ensure that the voices and the leadership of the RLOs, the leadership of the RLOs is very effective, so that there's visibility, and the voices and the input of RLO leaders are heard and shape programming and policy development. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Really so much impressive and insightful I think she has already talked about the question I was to ask her, so I don't know if I'm going to
Mapema ndio
ask
best.
that question. Yeah, Mapema ndio best.
Ari is the best. Aria is the best.
Thank you.
In
Thank
English,
you.
okay?
Yes. Please introduce yourself and tell people who you are and what is your organization. What do you do as an organization? Thank you. Karibu sana.
Hello, everyone. My name's Ndaishimie Sandra, and I'm the director of Wede, which is Women for Peace and Development. Thank you, Museveni, for the invite, and Jonas. This is a very good opportunity for us, Wede. Wede has started 1999. We came here as refugees, and in the process of seeking help through many organizations, one woman called Modeste Chimhai decided to say, like, we are women, we have many skills. Why don't we meet and do exchange of skills to help us survive? Because the handouts don't come easily. We have to struggle. When you don't get, you get to sleep hungry with your children, no school fees. So we gathered many women who are there willing to learn. Like, we didn't have any professional trainee, but we were doing exchange. If I know how to do hairdressing, I will teach you, and then you will teach me what you know, so that we can go out there. But we are the beneficiaries of Refuge Point. They train us, they give us many help, because when we started, we were just doing, like, we meet women, instead of gossiping, we learn what to do. So in terms of...
I like that. Instead of gossiping,
yes,
you learn something.
Exactly. We waste a lot of time just sitting, talking about things that do not help. But we diverted this time to create something that can bring income to our families, to help our husbands. Those who don't have husband, they can provide something for their children. Because even if you earn 200, it goes a long way in your family. So we are located at Kitengela. And we have grown since then. We are now operating professionally, like professionals, with the help of other partners and other RLOs. And we provide these skills and market for these women for their products so that they can earn. It's not easy for a woman to cater for the family and then go out there to look for a job. It's not easy. Even those who are professionals don't get employment easily. So for this woman, she has a little time in the house. So we maximize that time. You learn many skills. We do beadworks. We do basket weaving. We teach them hairdressing and beauty. We teach them catering, hospitality, how to do events, many things, and also knitting and tailoring. So these women gain practical skills that can help them earn as little, whatever they can earn, instead of just sitting, waiting for someone to give you, because it's not easy. Even us as RLOs, it's not easy to get funding for what we do. So imagine someone just sitting, waiting for someone to give them money, for them to go eat. Even if you get it, it's not enough. So we said, sit, do something. If someone is going to give you, let it be additional to what you're getting. So that is how we have been helping women in many areas. Some have relocated, got resettlement, but we are still going. And some of us, even me, I can say I started as a beneficial for Wede, but now I'm the leader for Wede. And I try to empower other women to do the same, because being a refugee, should not limit you to grow. That's what we do at Wede.
I think we should close the show. Being a refugee should not limit you to do what? To grow. Thank you very much. I like that. Magda, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to appreciate Borutopra for giving us this opportunity. It has not been easy. Also, let me say my name. My name is Magdalene Gatare. I work at Umoja Refugee Creative. I'm the case manager there, also an administrator. Thank you very much for the invite, also from your team. I'm happy for this moment, also because you have been able to include the women. I'm like, I have celebrated the World Refugee Day as a happy lady because I can see the numbers surpass the men.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You should be
Makes you
given a
happy?
good applause.
Yeah. What I will say about Umoja Refugee is that it is a good place to be because as an RLO, they have empowered the community in a way that even if you reach there or you view them into the X, Instagram, Facebook, you find out that they are really doing a great job to the community, most especially to the refugee and women there. We do tailoring there. Women are empowered, and cinematography for that purpose, and it doesn't limit anyone for the youths, women, men who are really willing to be empowered to become great leaders tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Jonas, I would like to remind our viewers that as they watch this show in their comfort homes, this is brought to them by our technical team from Botopla team and URC, Umoja Refugee Creative. So these are the team behind the camera, and they are doing an amazing job. And also I would like to remind them that this is an interactive session. I would like our viewers who are watching us online, please you can drop your comment, and we'll be just willing and happy to lead the comment. Also, thank you so much for our guest for sharing the good work that you are doing. It's amazing. Most for RLOs who like were paid, like Umoja Refugee Creative, they are RLOs, they are doing an amazing job. But in the humanitarian sector, refugee point, they are the best. Any RLO that is based in Nairobi can testify this.
Exactly.
Without fear of contradiction. That refugee point, they are the best in engaging refugee-led organizations and also in supporting refugee-led organizations. I think this is what our viewers should know at the moment. Give back the mic to Jonas.
Yes. Thank you very much. Actually, I will take you direct to the first question. And the first question for engagement, we go to Sandra from Wede. Tell us about a little bit about your work, especially in your experience as a refugee woman and also being a refugee leader. In your, this kind of, I don't know if it's a career or maybe your journey, what is that thing that you feel like there have been some challenges, maybe due to your gender, and probably also if there have been any impact that you feel like you have brought, and especially in impacting refugee women in the society, in the community? Thank you.
Thank you, Jonas, for the question. Yes, my experience as a leader, a woman leader in a women-led, there are so many challenges. Because as I mentioned earlier, women are not only caregivers, but we have a big role in a family. So you find like I have to cater for my family and then again cater for the community. So it's not easy at all. I have to find balance. Again, even in that, I have to cater for myself as well, because many women in all of this, they tend to lose themselves because you are providing for everyone, you are catering care for everyone, you tend to forget about yourself. So finding balance is not easy. But I can say that reading an RLO, first you have to sacrifice a lot as a woman. As I mentioned, taking care of the kids, your husband, and the community, you will lose something along the way. And for me, I can safely say that actually it almost costed my marriage, because we have men that believe that a woman, you should just stay at home, cater for your kids and your husband. You should not do anything else. He will provide for everything. But if you see, the era that we are in, one salary is not enough to cater for the whole family.
Exactly.
So we have all to partner to bring something in the home, because if my husband does not get something today, I have also to chip in, even the small thing that I have gained. So there are some men that don't understand this, but they get to understand along the way when they see the benefits. So it almost costed my marriage, but I thank God I'm still standing. Again, in the community, when we go back to the community, in this world for refugees, it's not a bad thing, but there's a kind of entitlement that is there. If I come to seek help to your organization, there are some who think that I should get that help that I came for. So for them, understanding that there are things I can help you with and some things that are beyond my power. So some understand and many of them don't understand. So those are the challenges. Again, being as a refugee leading the RLO, we all know refugees, we have issues with documentations. So in this area, you have to, like for example, in this organization for Wede, as I took the leadership, first, we did not register the CBO. We are just a group of women meeting, just doing our thing, and then we go home. But going formal way, we started to register now. When we went to register, you find like they're telling you, this is your ID, we cannot use it, we just want Kenyans.
Thank you very much. Allow me to cut you short, but something that really caught my attention, culture. I think there's one thing that we share, and I'm not a woman, of course. I'm speaking from the experience of the community, of what I see, I've experienced as a refugee leader in the community. We've come to realize, for example, at Umoja Refugee Creative, that most of the women do not have access to the opportunities that are there, just due to cultural bindings from where they come from, and how the maybe spouses see the perspective of participating for women. So I think that's really something tangible that we need to work on as we go forward. I would like to understand maybe from a perspective of an enabler. Eunice, in your experience, what has been the role of partners, stakeholders, and the relationship, in fact, between stakeholders and partners to RLOs, and what is the lesson that you've learned that maybe could allow people to understand how refugee-led organizations are working and maybe the need to support them. But again, I would like, before you start, to talk about a little bit experience in terms of culture as you try to support these women, refugee women. What are some of the bindings that are coming ahead as you try to do so?
Thank you so much, Jonas. And also thank you so much, Sandra, for highlighting the plight and the challenges that refugee-led, women-led organizations face. In my experience, I can say that the refugee-led organizations, that is the RLO led by women, are still a bit behind. Even here in Kenya, if you look at the databases of the DRS and UNHCR, you will find, and even the ones that the partners have, you will find that there are just a few RLOs led by women. That tells you that there's something that is still missing as far as RLO work is concerned. One challenge that I've seen, especially in my experience working with RLOs, and particularly those that are led by women, is that they don't get the equal opportunity as those ones that are led, as RLOs that are led by mostly men. So you'll find that something that brings that causes this goes back to the cultural practices and how the role of women in the society has been perceived. So you'll find that there are opportunities that men will grab, but the ladies will still hesitate to grab those opportunities. So that has really led, that has also been replicated in RLO work and RLO leadership. So, but there's an opportunity still, despite the challenges, there's still opportunity where partners can come in and help these organizations that are led by women. One aspect that is of this work that even as we gear towards self-reliance, so the funding should be flexible, there should be co-funding. Let us fund the administrative cost, the operational cost, and the project cost, so that these projects are sustainable. Another lesson that we have learned is that capacity building goes help this organization to grow, help the leaders to grow in their leadership role, and also help organization to set up system and to have structures that help in self-reliance programming. Another lesson that we have learned is that when we talk about localization, then we need to be very intentional in working with the RLOs. RLOs have the resources that can help them to start the work. So therefore, if we are intentional about localization, then there needs to be an equal partnership. An equal partnership is not a top-down kind of relationship. We want equal partnership where RLOs are involved from the inception to the evaluation of every program. Another lesson, just maybe the last lesson that we have learned that that coordination and the RLOs work in isolation. And today, this evening, I'm very happy because I can see a joint partnership between Umoja Refugee Creative.
You can say it again.
Yes.
You can repeat it
Shout
again.
it again.
Louder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing, by the way.
It's a good thing, so that RLOs do not work in isolation. Because if they work in isolation, then their voices will never be heard. Coordination and collaboration helps to enhance and to elevate those, so that they are given an opportunity in policy development and also programming in response of refugee crisis. If there's no collaboration and networking, and that is as an organization, that is why we have taken an initiative to support in the creation and development of networks. We want to ensure that refugee leadership is something that is highlighted so as to help in the self-reliance or reliance programming. There should be networks, and RLOs should not work in isolation. There should be co-creation, there should be joint partnership and initiative that RLOs do together. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for these fruitful and very insightful inputs to this conversation. I would like also to tell our viewers, please, if you are very touched or if you are enjoying, you can drop your comment. I'm still emphasizing on this. And thank you so much for all RLOs outside. When we say RLOs, there are people who say, what is an RLO? What is this? What is it? So RLO is just a refugee led. As today is the World Refugee Day, I would like to congratulate all the refugee-led organizations out there who are doing an amazing job out of the limited resources. Some it come to them to spend their resources. The little one they can use to better their lives, they spend it to make sure they are helping the community. For some, we came up from outside the crisis and we are doing what is our calling. So, round of applause to all RLOs, wherever you are, be it in Kenya, and also we know there are others who are watching us, because in this online show, it's not only being viewed in Kenya, all over where you are, in different countries, continents. Please, may this night know that we appreciate the great work you are doing. We know challenges are many, but also this is our work. This is our people that we are supporting. So, thank you so much to the RLOs and also to the humanitarian sector, Refugee Point, and many more who came to understand that RLOs, they have to take a lead. Thank you so much for the great work you are doing for Nairobi. Sure. I have seen you in different functions and different forums, and even in different document that was built. Do you see that the policy makers or policies are becoming more easier to integrate the refugees in the countries where they are living, and also in terms of accessing services? Do you see policies are now becoming easier?
Maybe maybe before you respond to that, I would like also to hear challenges that you might be facing because, of course, being a woman and also a refugee, in terms of leadership, but also access to decision-making spaces. Maybe, yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonas and Museveni. I'll start with the question 1 concerning the Nairobi County and the services that they are offering to the community. What I can say is that they have really tried to accommodate refugees since last year, and we can see that like today, they have tried to include some of the refugees in different RLOs, which are new, and they are really doing a great work. They have already started going to the lower level at the community level. Like there have been some pre-planning on this occasion, today's occasion, and many people were there to listen to them concerning the NICRIS, Nairobi County at someone, and it is not in vain. Yeah, another challenge that we meet on women leaders is that like in the community, for you to be a woman leader in the community, you have to earn trust in that community. And it takes a lot of time, of energy, so that you can be trusted in the community as a leader, most especially too within the refugee community. Also, what I can say concerning I as a person, you need to convince them that you are able and you can air their voices to the larger, to the people who can solve their problems. That concerns us as women because we need to be included in the decision-making table. You find out that some of the RLOs, we find men and women, but when it reaches to development plan, for example, you might not really know what happens when it reaches to the final decision making, because maybe you are a lady, maybe you are a quiet lady,
and how this might impact how participation or meaningful participation of everyone can be. And it means a lot when maybe some of the perimeters are limiting some people because of their gender, because of where they come from. Because I want to understand something. You mentioned a little bit about documentation. We really understand that it's a crucial problem to everyone. But we have seen the gazettement of the ID, refugee ID, as being able or maybe to access even M-Pesa line. And prior to that, we had seen the gazettement of also other documents, even including the proof of registration, being recognized as a document that is valid, that can be used in different services. Do you think there is an effort done by the other side of the policymakers in that matter, regards to the documentation?
Yeah, thank you very much. I saw that that information, and I felt like they need to elaborate more, because that was put online and they have not really done sensitization on the ground. At the same time, not everyone is well informed of these things. That is something to be done. Like if we have youth or community representative in the UNHCR or DRS, if they come at the community like the county is doing right now, it will be a well-informed thing. It will make us understand.
There is need of much sensitization and
sensitization.
Creating awareness at the community level.
For service providers and also for refugees themselves to
exactly.
know this is yours.
Even for the host.
Yes. Anybody.
Yes.
And this is a collective responsibility. I don't think it's just for the government and UNHCR. We are here.
Definitely.
We are here. We need also to educate.
Let's taking it to that.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Sandla. Who do you think has the role to make sure this information that we need to see circulating and reaching everyone? Who do you think who's this role?
Thank you, Jonas. From my perspective, I think it's our role as leaders, the government, and people in general. Yes.
Thank you very much. As we continue, I would like to understand, in terms of RLOs, we are in an era of funding shrinking, being freezed, also the hardship that already we did not have that flexibility of accessing funds, and it comes to a level where now the global fund shifting into priorities that probably might affect, and it is already affecting, the RLOs at the ground. Are there mechanisms that we could bring up as you continue, maybe from there you stopped, that could help RLOs to still implement, but again still keep the connection between the partners and donors, and with the little resources that are available? What are some of the practices that you think could help that to still happen?
Maybe if I can ask you to elaborate. You're asking if how the...
yes, what are some of the mechanisms that can be put in place to make sure that RLOs do not close their doors, in simple words?
Aha, okay. If I can give an example of Wede, beside being humanitarian, we are also doing business aspects that can bring income to sustain the organization. And we have partners that are helping us in this training, like in Homoko. So beside helping the community, as you have said, the donor funding is shrinking a lot. And for Wede, we have not relied on donors for quite a while. So mostly what we do saving. Especially we encourage women to do table banking, how to save, financial literacy. And for the organization, we have where we provide services like event planning, we do catering, we hire out some traditional outfit for the weddings. So all of these are income generating for the organization. For now, it's not big, but it's not little, because it helps us not close the office, because the landlady or the landlord for the office does not care whether you get funding or not. If you're using my space, you're supposed to pay. So we do most of this stuff, and we are planning to expand if possible. But as you have said, Jonas, the organization has to be there. And we should not close the vision because we don't have funding. We have to think outside the box.
Thank you. That takes me to leading two of the comments. From Chris Terra, being a refugee doesn't define your ability to develop yourself. Happy Refugee Day to you all. Big up to Umoja Refugee Creatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They are really empowering the community. Liz, happy World Refugee Day to you all. Being a refugee does not limit you to be who you want to be. No human is limited.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Very nice.
Thank you very
for
much.
Our
yes.
audiences online for engaging. Also, Jonas, as I contribute to what you said, exactly adding to what she has mentioned, as RLOs, first of all, how many RLOs got funding? There are many RLOs existing, but how many are getting funds?
Very few.
Very few. But those who are not getting funds, they are operating their activities in a difficult condition, but they are doing so. I don't know if they will close doors because they have not received any aids. Already they are operating without grant. And also, as you say, the aids, humanitarian aids, is shrinking or is reducing in a simple terms, people to understand. That's what comes to RLOs should think how they should be self-reliant. Yeah. The topic for this show says the refugee resilience and the role of refugee-led organization in enhancing self-reliance. So, being self-reliant will just make you progress without funding. For example, on our side as Botopla.
Your experience, right?
Our experience.
Yes.
On our
Share
side.
with us, please.
Yeah. You can see where we are seated. Once you get an opportunity, use it forever. Okay? We got a funding once.
I like that.
In 8 years.
Guys, I hope you got it.
Yeah.
Once you get an opportunity,
use it forever.
Forever.
Okay?
Yeah.
We got an opportunity. We got a grant from Refugee Point. It was just a short term
yeah.
funding. But also, in how long? After 8 years. In that 8 years, we were just impacting lives of people. So, but once this came in, this support came, it was once one opportunity for once in a while, but we are using it for forever. You can see the place where we are seated. We are generating income out of this space. As also the theme of today's World Refugee Day 2025, community as a superpower.
Superpower.
So where do we see the power of the community? We need to manifest the power of the community. It not should be just on mouth, the power of the community. We need to demonstrate. We need to manifest it as the community. I tell people here, I am here just Nairobi ni kusaidiana. In Swahili, that's what they say. Nairobi ni kusaidiana. And also, I would like our viewers who are refugees, don't give hope that you need someone to help you. Believe in you. That's the comment they are saying. Like being a refugee doesn't define you, that you are enabled. So, all this comes to the question you've asked. We need to believe that we are able. We have potential. We can use ABC. What Eunice said. We need to collaborate as RLOs. There is a lot of we can achieve.
Collaboration is key.
So, in short, the question you've asked my colleagues, because also I'm from the RLO ecosystem, we need to work out. Ipende isipende. In any way, we have to work out to depend on ourselves. Because we don't know when the funds will come. We have lived for many years doing this job of empowering the community without funds. So how are we going to cross? I don't understand.
I like the energy in the room. Guys, it's really amazing. It's really amazing, I'm telling you. I think we are talking, that we are walking the talk. Let me say that. So most likely we have common understanding that we need to collaborate. We need to still push. We need to still engage here and there. And we need to still look into the possibilities of what is available. What are the resources that we have within us? What is the community, disposing, and how do we make use of it? Okay. So I think really that's one of the things that we really can rely on. Again, to Eunice from an enabler organization, we are in the era of Shirika Plan, and where is the connection in terms of implementation between RLOs and stakeholders, I mean partners and donors, and even the government, the UNHCR? What is the connection between the community and program designers?
To make the implementation of Shirika
Yes, the Shirika Plan, so that we can have that spirit of ownership, the belonging spirit, that this is my thing, I'm part of it. What do you say?
Thank you, Jonas. I want to say that Shirika Plan will give especially the RLOs an opportunity to achieve the agenda of localization. if we are to achieve the agenda of localization, then we need to involve local actors who are the RLOs, who have the lived experience, who have the limited resources, as much as they are limited, but they have been doing this work for a long time. At their disposal, I just want to say that RLOs are also very important because they can implement programs with little resources, cost-effective, that is being cost-effective, which as an international organization cannot implement some of the programs that RLOs are implementing. Again, RLOs are very important because they understand the social and the cultural context of the communities in which they are working with. Lastly, RLOs have the trust within the community. So having said that, then they need to be considered as actors, long-term partners and actors as far as refugee crisis is concerned. So the Shirika plan is in the spirit of localization. But for us to achieve the tenets and the principles and the clauses that are there in the Shirika plan, then RLOs will need to play a very key role as far as implementation is concerned. They need to be effectively involved as far as the implementation is concerned, because they have they know their community they're working with. They also have experience implementing some of the programs that lead to self-reliance. So I just want to say that RLOs needs to be involved. Their participation should be considered at every level, from the initiation of the programs to the evaluation of the program. There need to be that participation.
Wow, thank you very much. Let me just read this one comment as we continue. From Rama Mauricio, wow, this is wonderful. We want to shift from being beneficiaries to solution enablers. Again, RLOs need to be more creative as one of the mechanisms to cope.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well said.
Yeah.
What do I add? Nothing.
Jonas, as our director is just showing me that time is not on our side, as we're winding up, maybe I would like to come to an end of the show. As anyone giving the conclusion remarks, as because this is the first show we've done for the first time with a humanitarian organization. That's why I would like to thank the Refugee Point Kenya with their country director JB and also the staff in the test for allowing Eunice coming to the show. This is what we want.
Definitely.
We want all the humanitarian actors to come on the discussion. Let's tell the people what you are planning. Let us, as journalists or people who can ask on behalf of the community, ask you why this, why not this? How this, not this way? So this is the good time for refugees to access information. I think we cannot speak all at this show. We need more conversation and discussions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe let's hear short parts from Magda. 1 minute.
Thank you very much. What I can say as the conclusion remark is that I personally have worked in so many RLOs trying to make myself like do something in the community, because I had that urge in me, and I found out that if we become more open among us, the RLOs, CBOs, and the stakeholders, when it comes to decision making, it will be easy for RLOs to know what is happening and to know how to chip in and to inform the community. An amazing job is done by RLOs at the community level, which cannot even be done by a big organization. That is what I have realized as a youth leader and community leader. you find out that they are able to reach that person who is in the house, and they can reach the information there. So thank you very much for giving us this opportunity, and great thanks to Refugee Points and the other partners.
Thank you very much. Sandra, what do you say as we close, as we wind up?
Thank you, Jonas. First of all, I would like to thank Botopra and you, Jonas, URC, and the team here behind that are not being seen, and Refugee Point and the other partners who are helping all the RLOs to achieve our goal and help the community. My parting shot is just for two. I would like to say to the RLOs, I can say in Swahili, we say, umoja ni nguvu.
Umoja ni nguvu.
Umoja ni nguvu.
Unity is
Strength.
Is strength.
Yes.
That is our motto at URC.
Oh, thank you.
I like that.
That's good. So it's if we partner, we can have big impact in the community.
Thank you.
Many things have been said, so that is all I
Thank you
can
very
say.
much.
And as refugees, I'm a refugee, and I would like to say, we refugees, we are strong, we are resilient, and we can achieve more. Let's work and not waste our time. Time is money, and once you lose it, you cannot gain it.
Wow, that's well said. All right, so Eunice, what do you say? What is that message that you want people who are watching us to remember as we close this show?
As a partner in this work, I want to say for RLOs to thrive, then partners need to work with RLOs and not ahead of them. They need to work with them and not ahead of them. Thank you.
Wow, that's well put. Yes, before I put my winding words, allow me to read this final comment. Felix says, RLO starts as self-funding organizations, so getting grant for RLOs is an added value, and that's why we cannot close doors when funding is not there, as long as it's important. Yes, so mine is to say that I want to thank everyone from the partners, Refugee Point, and other partners are not mentioned here live, who are doing an amazing job behind there. Really feel that we love you and we love what you're doing. We really feel you, and we hold our hands to say that God continue to bless your channels of resources so that they can still reach us where we are, right? So I also want to appreciate the team for making a time. This is somehow a late night show, and we had from the beginning some challenges. I hope today no challenges will be there. So we pray it's going to be well. But we are really grateful for making time to converse with us. And I want also to thank Botopra for allowing this partnership and collaboration, for having this show on this very day of World Refugee Day, and where we are talking about how do we shift from humanitarian aid to quality investments, to business people or business owners, entrepreneurs, people who can own their own lives. So what I want to say to everyone, from the donors and the partners, let's believe and trust in RLOs. They can do more and bring of value added to your work as we collaborate. And it's a win-win. Let me use that word. It's a win-win approach. But again, I want to say that to RLOs, the work you're doing does not go in vain. We might see ourselves as small organizations, but what we are doing is big. And it is visible and seen by many people. So let's keep pushing, let's keep working hand in hand with creating more opportunities for collaborations, and making sure we are all having that common understanding. And that's the reason why we are pushing in Kenya, so that we can have refugee-led refugee-led organizations coordination board that can help us to achieve that kind of collaboration. So thank you very much to every refugee out there. Thank you very much to our viewers for the comments, for the engagement, and even for taking time to watch our show. Thank you. More is coming from this side.
Thank you so much, Jonas, for your ending or closing words. Mine is just, as we celebrate the World Refugee Days 2025, I would like to tell everyone, as I said before, once you get an opportunity, use it forever. Not only for refugees. This works for everyone, because in most cases we complain a lot, but we don't see what would we have that we can use to get what we want. And also, to my fellow refugees, refugee is just a status. It's not a profile. A status on WhatsApp, for those who have been on WhatsApp, a status expires after 24 hours. But a profile, until you change it by yourself. So, as a refugee or being a refugee is just a status. It's not a profile. So, do you decide to be a status, or do you decide to go for a profile? So, make sure you are you, despite the challenges and also circumstances. To the humanitarian, to the government that hosts refugees, we really appreciate your great work. Despite there is a lot we may request and we may want us to do, we are human beings and we need things to be better day by day. But as we request more from you, but also we really appreciate the much you have done so far. Because,
yes,
for example,
allow me to emphasize that. We really so much thank the government of Kenya, for the effort that they are doing as by this level. The effort shown by the national government, the DRS, and also the county of Nairobi, and other counties like the Garissa County and then in the Turkana County. Exactly. So we see how much they are doing in terms of bringing in some integrated strategies that will allow refugees to really feel and enjoy the results of local integration. Yeah, so that's really quite.
So we really appreciate the less or much effort as the government of Kenya have shown to the integration, social and economic, to whatever you have done since the time since the 10 years have been in the RLO journey. I have seen a lot improvement, despite maybe not all people are aware. As we suggested, there is a need of a lot of sensitization for people to grab what is in the written documents to the use of it. So there is a lot to be done, but also we really appreciate. So without much ado, allow me to wind this session as I thank my colleagues who have joined us to this show. Thank you so much for coming. It was not easy.
Thank you.
We have said a lot of circumstances that was not unavoidable, but you've finally made it and come to this wonderful. This is Botopla TV, the #1 platform where refugee matters are raised and discussed, and this is not the last one. More are coming. Thanks so much for our viewers for tuning. Those who have just shared their comment and their views, thank you so much. Let's meet in the next section or session in the next time. Thank you so much, guys.
Welcome.